I turned mint from my garden into shaving cream, and it actually changed how my skin feels. Hi, I'm Tim the Techno Gardener, and today I'm going to do something a little different than my typical garden automation videos. I'm going to harvest fresh mint from my garden and turn it into homemade shaving cream, and then test it side by side against store-bought shaving cream. A few years ago, I planted mint in this garden. And like most people who've done that, I now have more mint than I know what to do with. It comes back every year and it spreads aggressively. So I started thinking, could I use it for something other than tea or cooking? Mint has some interesting properties. It contains methanol, which activates the cooling receptors on your skin, creating that familiar cooling sensation. For example, methanol has been used in cigarettes to make the smoke feel less irritating. It also contains mild astringent compounds like tannins and phenolics that can slightly tighten the skin, and it has some antimicrobial properties as well. All of that made me wonder, could mint actually improve shaving cream? When I shave, my skin can feel irritated, burned, and sometimes a bit rough. So the idea of something that cools and maybe even tightens the skin seems worth testing. Store-bought shaving cream uses stearic acid and a base like potassium hydroxide to create a dense foam, and then uses propellants to push it out of the can. I'll read the ingredients on this can so you can get an idea of what's inside. Palmic acid, stearic acid, butane, triethanolamine, propane, Lorinth 23, isobutane, fragrance, carrageenan, and BHT. Wow, butane and propane. Is this for my face or my barbecue grill? These ingredients don't sound like they're healthy for my skin. I decided to come up with my own recipe. I rated my wife's skincare products and have been experimenting with them over the last several weeks, and have come up with a simple recipe and method that I believe is totally unique. Before we get into the recipe, I should mention that I'm Tim, an electrical engineer who applies engineering principles to gardening. If you enjoy this kind of experiment-driven approach, consider subscribing. Okay, here's my recipe for the base. 1/2 cup Castile soap, 1/4 cup glycerin, 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil, we'll also add pulverized mint later that we crushed with a mortar and pestle. Castile soap is an extremely mild soap that's made from olive oil. Its purpose is to create foam and to cleanse the skin. Glycerin stabilizes the foam so that the microscopic bubbles don't pop, and the coconut oil lubricates the skin so that the razor can more easily glide over the skin. I mix all the ingredients together, minus the mint, and save them in a foaming container. When I want to shave, I crush the fresh mint leaves with a mortar and pestle and pump out enough of the base, and then whip it with a shaving cream brush until it's a thick green cream. Okay, let's try it out side by side with store-bought cream. I'm using my video monitor as a mirror. We'll see how that works. Gotta get the mustache. I should say this stuff smells really good. It's got a nice minty fresh scent. Okay, let's do the store-bought. On this side, this definitely smells more chemically than the mint. Smells more like artificial fragrance. All right, let me wash off my hands here. right, it glides pretty well. It's very lubricated. It smells good. And it definitely feels different. It feels cooler. All right. This is not easy doing this in a video monitor. I may have missed a few spots. Let's see how it cleans up here. Okay, I'm going to wash it off now. We'll see how it cleans up. I really need a sink instead of just a bowl of water, but it seems to be working. Seems to be cleaning up just fine. Okay. Use a rag here, get the rest off. This side feels cooler and tighter than the other side. There's definitely a difference. I would call this a success. I worried that the mint would have fragments and clog my razor, but the razor with the mint cream is just as easy to clean out. My face feels really good right now. This homemade mint shaving cream definitely works, and I highly recommend trying it out. This actually changes how your skin feels during and after shaving. Have you ever tried an alternative to store-bought shaving cream? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you made it this far, I guarantee that you'll enjoy my other videos, so you might as well subscribe and check out vegetronics.com for cool gardening gadgets and automation ideas.